that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to CB Smith Reserve for this round 9 encounter between the Moreland Zebras and the Melbourne Victory. My name is Dominic Montesano, and joining me today in the box, President of the Moreland Zebras, Joe Sala. Joe, welcome.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Great to be here again. Auspicious day.
It is very sunny Moreland Zebras day here, Joe, in marvellous Moreland, as both teams have made their way onto the pitch, and it looks like the Zebras will be kicking to the Essendon Jeep Mirabella end of the ground and starting off with the ball in the centre of the park.
Yes, to the southern side. A great day for football today. Melbourne Victory on level points with us, I think, Dominic. So it's a game that has some value to it in terms of the league. Both teams looking to progress their season through a victory today. So we'll see how we go. Big Nick Nagorian to get us underway.
Plenty of people coming through the turnstiles here at CB Smith Reserve as Nick Nagorian gets us underway. Finds Williams. Williams goes a long ball over the top. Searching there for Preen. It comes off the Zebras player there comes off Preen and goes out for the first throwing of the match for the visitors in Melbourne Victory.
So we've lined up, Dominic, with traditionally the back four. Timmins to the right full back. Well, he's at left full back. Tremaine Sadler in the left-hand side of the centre-back role. Watley, number 5, and Nick Simioy as a right full back. Now, both of those two boys are able to get up the ground fair bit, the full backs. Across the middle, Jacob Williams, the skipper, is tucked into that number 6 holding role again. Ably assisted by Liam Cannell on the right-hand side. And I think Luke Devitt's playing ahead of them, which leaves Tommy Barfarosh on one side of the middle, with Niagoran in the middle and Garen Preen to the left-hand side here. So Zebras lining up, Dominic, pretty much as they did last week.
Yes, coming off that 3-1 victory against the undefeated ladder leaders in Werribee City. Zebras definitely will be out there today to consolidate on that win and put themselves a game clear of Melbourne Victory, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Joe. They're both on 13 points. And St Albans today playing against Werribee City. So opportunity for the Zebras to close that gap at the top, which is currently still 6 points. So the all to do for the Zebras as the ball gets turned over now. Nick Nagorian comes out wide, can't get past the Melbourne Victory defender there. And
bit too quiet for me. Garen Preen on the left-hand side in acres of room. Obviously Nagorian didn't hear the call. I don't think the call was there. The raised hand's not going to cut it in the cut and thrust of the game.
Watley sees the ball over the line there for another Melbourne Victory throw-in. Airport side of the ground there in front of the Crow Cams sign there for the Zebras. Crow ball comes back in. Now it's turned over, but overrun there, and Victory able to clean this one here up. Go all the way back to their goalkeeper in Skokich, Branko Skokich. Ball comes out wide now. Still in possession, Victory. Williams trying to shield him down, still in possession, to the middle of the park. Victory will try and build up that play jump, put those passes together and try and break down the Zebras midfield and backline today, I suggest. And,
yeah, they're very, very tidy players and very good on the ball individually, and as a group they look like a well-drilled unit, as good quality youngsters should be. But Moreland will be looking to break up their play and give them something to chase of their own. So we're no slouches with putting some passes together ourselves.
If not, as Preen wins the ball there now, plays Nagorian, who comes back. Now to Timmins now, beautiful through ball to Preen. Preen in a little bit of space now, gets it onto his preferred right, gets across in, underneath it. Unfortunately, it gets to a Melbourne Victory head, and they manage to clear their way out only as far as...
well tackled by Cannell there.
Back in the middle, Nagorian now in the box, turns, tries to take a shot, but it's blocked there by defenders. Victory getting good numbers back there, especially against the tall Moreland Zebras.
Bit of a threatening play there from Moreland Zebras. Give Victory something to think about in the back four. A couple of nice passes, just didn't go the final ball, but Cannell very dominant in that tackle. Make sure that we bite early.
There's a long one over the top here now. Watley gets to the end of it, able to clean that one there up, comes up the Victory player again, goes out for a Zebras throw-in. It's Simioy there with the ball now for the throw for the Zebras scoreboard, front of the scoreboard side. Cannell accidentally got a touch of the hand there. Victory players shouting for it, but referee calling it was accidental. Play on. Canal now sends one over the top into the path of Neogoran, who gets a flick on. Comes off his boot last and out for another throw in for the visitors. Ball comes in now. Got a number of fixtures going on around the grounds today, Joe, so we'll keep our listeners up to date with any scores and updates around.
It's a full book today, being a Saturday, Arvo, for the NPL 2.
Saying that, Melbourne City has just taken the lead, 1-0 over Eastern Lions, 6 minutes in there, Joe. So
that'd be not what the doctor ordered for Eastern Lions, who are having a reasonably good start to the season.
Zebras now trying to come out, trying to link up there. Bufferosh there with Canal, could link up and Victory make the turnover. Still in possession, Victory now.
Enjoying plenty of the ball in the back third, Dominic, but a little bit more squeeze once we cross that middle way with Liam Cannell quite prominent and Jacob Williams closing the gaps there. This time they go a little bit more direct.
High one in the ball, up and under there in the middle. Brought down now by Victory, number 11 there, Lawton. Looks up to his teammate Irakunda. Victory now coming in and the 18-yard box, trying to get a couple of passes there, but easy seen off there by West Astuti for the Zebras. Takes a couple of touches.
Simioy back very quickly to cover, just making sure that there's no danger.
Just updating the listeners, Joe, with those games around the ground. We've got Lane Warren playing Manningham today. Melbourne City obviously against Eastern Lions. Moreland City versus Brunswick City. Murray United versus Goulburn Valley. Springvale versus Northcote, as I mentioned earlier as well. Werribee versus St Albans, and Whittlesea versus North Geelong.
So far as the top of the table goes, the Werribee St Albans game's quite a cracker.
Another through ball there, but is picked up there by West Astuti there for the Zebras. And this being the final game before Easter, Joe, and need some FFA Cup ties being played midweek, but next weekend is a break for the Easter weekend.
It is, so there's all to play for both teams, knowing that there's a nice rest coming up, although the Zebras have a round 4 FFA Cup clash against North Sunshine Eagles at CB Smith on Wednesday night, so will you black and white supporters be able to come out for that one? It'd be appreciated.
Definitely, Joe. A lot of support there against the North Sunshine Eagles, and will definitely be an entertaining game on Wednesday night. Kick off at 7:30 p.m. as Victory there, Akbari takes over, but cut off by
Devitt.
Now into the path of Neogoran, who makes his way into the 18-yard box. Still with it, Neogoran. Finds Preen now. Links up with Preen. Now goes, shivvied the first one. Lays it off. Finds Timmins there. Timmins with the ball. Still Preen, and comes off the Victory defender and out for a throw-in for the Zebras.
If there's no criticism, but if we have anything to go by here, the cross should have come in a little bit earlier from Preen. This time Nagorian gets us a corner. And I'll just let the listeners know, if you've got any horse racing fans, while we're waiting for this corner, the immortal Winx has done it again. Her final try, 33 wins in a row. Huey Bowman's pressed the button and Winx has scooted away.
Yes,
so world's greatest racehorse in Australia as we speak. Meanwhile, Moreland Zebras corner.
Preen with it to take it. Has the signal up in the air, got a few runners going. Long ball over the top. Watley gets underneath it but can't get to the header. Ball gets cleared out. Bufferosh there for the Zebras. Still brings it down. Brilliantly done by Bufferosh now. Makes his way into the 18-yard box. Gets in. Cross through but can't find his teammate there. Another Victory defender get him back, and Victory just screaming numbers there in the back. I know the...
It's not overly fast, Tommy Barfarosh, but what he does do, Dominic, is he holds the ball close to his body, so defenders are in two minds whether to force a tackle or not. Zebras looking to further inflict some pain here. Preen in the corner and throw in for Moreland Zebras.
See Neogoran back out there again and starting for his second consecutive game for the Zebras. As ball comes out wide to Simioy, gets the cross in. Looking for Neogoran, who brings it to the path, and it's just right there by Devitt, I think it was. They got on the end of it, or Bufferosh?
One of the two. I think more likely Luke Devitt's just put it wide after some nice build-up work by Nicky Simioy on the right.
So Another decent attacking their play as Victory nearly...
A little bit all at sea at the moment, the young Victory side, but I'm sure they'll gain their composure again.
They're still in possession with it.
Look, Devitt looking to press.
Oh, he nearly got to it there on that occasion, but Victory managed to get out wide now, coming through the middle. Now another, there's two mistakes there by the number 7 from Victory, Joe, in the space of the matter of seconds.
Well, it's that sort of pressure, Dominic, on the young players that makes it hard to cope with on a regular basis. If the Zebras are able to close down quickly, I'm sure the coaching panel has instructed that to be the case.
Simeon now with the throw-in, looking for Bufferosh, can't find him, comes off the Victory defender, goes out for another Zebras throw-in, Simeon to take. Zebras pushing now, early in this game. 10 minutes gone, it's Moreland Zebras 0, Melbourne Victory 0. As waiting the throw to come in, Simeon, long throw, gets into the 18-yard box, looking for Bufferosh into the path of Devitt, but Victory able to clear that one there out. Only as far as Sadler though. Sadler in two minds, goes back to Wester Sturti. And back to Sadler. Bit of time now, Sadler with the ball. Takes a couple of touches, looking down the line.
On his non-preferred side, so has to turn around this time.
Tried the switch across there. I think it was aiming for Preen, but managed to find Timmins. Timmins now through the middle of the park, looking for Devitt. Devitt tries a turn, now lays it off, trying to get to the path of Preen.
Goran's got onto this.
And he's gone around him, and he's got it across. Bufferosh now in the space. Turns, takes a shot, and it's in. Bufferosh scores. Zebras take the lead. Brilliant build up there from the Moreland Zebras.
What's Tommy's 10?
Number 10, Tommy Bufferosh.
Yes, and indeed that goal for Moreland Zebras. Goal scorer number 10, Tom Bufferosh. Moreland Zebras 1, Melbourne Victory 0.
As Joe makes the announcement over the stadium there. Brilliant build-up, and it was Devitt's pressure here in the middle, Joe, that got that turnover from the Victory, who laid into the path of Ugoran, went around the goalkeeper, lost his footing, but still managed to keep on his feet and get that ball across goal, which got to Bufferosh there, who had some space, had some time to settle on the ball, turn, and just slot it home for the Zebras. Zebras take the lead, 1-0 here at CB Smith Reserve.
And I've got a feeling just rewards for some persistence in some pressure play there from Moreland Zebras. Victory will just go about their normal pattern again, Dominic. I'm pretty sure of that. But Moreland's indicated to them that you'll have to earn it if you do anything today.
Long one over the top. Simeon underneath it, heads it forward. Comes off the head of
Liam Cannell.
Cannell there, sorry, couldn't see Cannell. Still with it. Victory with it now. Knocking around, trying to keep possession. Still with the Victory, still in possession. Just putting a few passes together now, stringing some passes together. Get some live scores around the ground. It's a goal to Manningham United. They're currently 1-0 over at Langwarrin, 17 minutes gone.
It's a very tight league. Very tight league this year. Both East and West conferences very tight.
So free kick there in front of the Zebras technical area for the Melbourne Victory.
We had a couple of one-on-one chances. That was good for Tom Bufferosh to score. They'll need to concentrate here though. Watley knocks it away. Victory unable to get the second ball. Zebras do and move it. Timmins looks for Nagorian.
Finds it into his path now. Nagorian with the ball now. Goes the... I can see what he was trying. He was trying to aim it to get it across to young Tommy Bufferosh there, but unfortunately lost his footing a little bit, and the ball skewed to the Victory goalkeeper as Victory bring the ball back out now. Still getting their passes up together. Still in possession now, Victory. Looking for the long one over the top.
Watley in a race here. The youngsters put it out.
Yep. Said there for Victory. But Watley had him covered, and it'll be a Zebras goal kick. 14 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's the Moreland Zebras 1 at Melbourne Victory 0. Thanks to a goal from Tommy Bufferosh. As the ball trickles over the line for another Zebras throw-in. Timmins to take. Got his finger there, heavily bandaged, Joe.
Yes, had a bit of a mishap during the week, a couple of weeks ago, and was just recovering from that. It's all okay. He played with the bandage last week as well.
This ball gets switched off. Tremaine Sadler now to the path of Simeoi. Simeoi goes out wide, finds Barfarosh, the goal scorer for the Zebras, loses his footing but still keeps possession. Still there, links up with Simeoi, gets a cross in, brilliantly done by Simeoi. Oh, Victory defender getting in there, had two players running in on that, and you dare say both Canal and Big Nick Niagoran, if they had a little bit of space there and got it to the end of that, could have been a couple of goal lead there for the Zebras.
Yep. You have the feeling there's a few little gaps here, and Victory aren't as comfortable under a little bit of pressure there, passing the ball around in the 6-yard box.
Ball
They come out now.
Now they do. Through the middle of the park, through Mistich. Mistich turned over Preen, no, still in possession, so it's Kadar. Kadar, challenge for Canal, brilliantly done. Goes out for a Victory throw-in. Zebras making them earn every ball today. So wait for the throw-in.
That'll be the key if we can continue to upset Victory rhythm. The well-drilled team that they are will be better off for it.
Akbari now comes out to the bit of space, takes a shot, but Astuti able to control that one there easily. Timmins now goes into the middle of the park, goes a switch over.
Lovely ball.
Barfarosh gets on the end of that. Yep, keeps it in play. Barfarosh now looks at the run of Niagoran, had his hand up, but too deep that delivery, and easily picked up there by the Victory goalkeeper.
We've identified going a little bit more direct when we've got a bit of space as putting Victory under pressure, but the last two attempts by Niagoran and Tommy Barfarosh have been wide of the mark, Dom.
They have been, Joe, yes, definitely. So Victory now coming back out with the play. Still in possession, halfway mark of the ground here, and still looking up. 1-2 pass there. But Watley came across and sent that ball into the next pitch here at CB Smith Reserve for safety. As ball gets thrown in now, Victory play on pretty quickly. Still in possession. Zebras just zoning back, holding them there. Still going back. Victory still in possession. Go for the pass through the middle. Ball turned over. Sadler now for the Zebras. Finds Preen, who links up with Williams. Back to Timmins. Timmins now out wide to Preen. Into a bit of space now, Preen. Looking up well with Timmins, who goes on the end of that again and receives it. Now goes to turn, trying to get onto his right. Can't do so. Ball turned over. Victory now, trying to clear. Timmins still putting the pressure though, but they've managed to get out of that one now on that occasion. Victory still with possession.
Ooh, Luke Devitt on his tail there, making him a little bit uncomfortable, and the keeper puts it out.
Well wide. Great
nice
pressure there from the Zebras.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure. Just keep running, forcing yourself forward. We have news that on 19 minutes, Werribee City's open up the scoring against St Albans.
That's a 1-0 lead there to Werribee City. 19 minutes gone. As ball comes out now, Timmins links up with Preen once again. Preen with the ball. Tackle from behind, and yep, free kick there.
That score's been cancelled.
Yep.
So not sure what's happened there.
Yep, no, it's still 0-0, so there must have been a some sort of technical glitch there, Joe. So yeah, at this stage we'll get confirmation on that, but it's showing 0-0 again there for the
Niagoran.
St Albans game.
Battling hard is young Niagoran there.
He came back pretty far down back into the defensive half to receive that ball.
Good to see, spreading around the workload. There he goes, a bit too hard. Bit too much for the big man to get make up the ground on that, but Moreland Zebras giving as good as they get here. Some intricate play through the middle and allowing some scoring opportunities because of some direct final ball.
So, Akbari now links up with his teammate there in the middle. Back through to Carrigan. Carrigan now goes out wide. Finds Lawton. Lawton now takes a couple of touches. Switches back through, but turned over. Devitt wins it back to the Zebras. Now to the path of Preen. Preen now. Oh, forgot the ball with him. Left it behind as he ran through, and referee calls play on. But Preen's been stepped on, I think, there, Joe. I think he's had a stud to the toe. And they're not nice, those ones, Joe.
No, not today's modern boots. Are a little bit soft. They tend to mould to your feet, and they also hurt when you get a stop in them.
As Victory link up with a couple of 1-2 passes now going forward. into the 18-yard box. Simuoi brilliantly done. Turns it and sends it out down the line into the path of Devitt. Devitt getting involved a fair bit at the moment, Joe.
Yeah, he's put himself about a bit, the youngster. He's trying to break up the play where he can. He's forced the issue a couple of times, and one of them led to the goal. So doing a good job at the moment.
Simuoi clears now, back to Devitt. Devitt links up, Canal. Goes down the line trying to find near Goran, but it's cut off there. And it's all the way back now to Anderson. Anderson for the victory. Anderson for the victory there now. Links up into the middle of the park to Carrigan. Carrigan going a long ball, but it's cut off there by Tremaine Sadler. Now Williams, now to Timmins, back to Sadler, and then Sadler puts his boot through the ball, and just a safety, and gets it well out of...
Close, bit too close there for comfort. Too much intricate ball play in the defensive box, so Sadler's hoiked it away. Must have got a touch off of a victory player, because Timmins will bring it in. Goran, manhandled by two defenders, does a back heel, gets out of it.
His teammate. Ball comes out now, and as far as Sadler came off the victory player again. Timmins take the throw. Now to Preen, not marked there. Preen takes a couple of touches now, moving forward into a bit of space, goes on his left, comes off a victory player, and picked up there by Skokic, the goalkeeper for Melbourne Victory.
That early ball's always better for me, Dominic. Garen Preen's in plenty of position to make those early balls and run, get the defenders running to the goal with their backs towards the main game, and always cause problems. But
yeah, you can see that Victory defender there got caught out and was sort of chasing his shadow a little bit there after Preen took off. So well done there by the Zebras winger as he links up again with Devitt. Devitt brilliantly turned in the middle of the park.
Nice roll.
Referee calls play on. Still chasing Devitt.
It was a nice turnaround by the player. Victory complaining there, it was a little bit too physical. Referee saw nothing.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Akbari was remonstrating there, Joe. Wasn't too much in that one. Being a player for the Melbourne Victory A-League team, I'm sure he'd be a lot more physical than that. As Victory now still with possession. Now wide to Lawton. Lawton with the ball. Links up in the middle of the park. Turns. Goes Kadar, tries to link up, but
well read.
Not having any of that today.
Well read by Timmins there.
Still in the middle, Preen putting the pressure on. Anderson switches across, finding Mr. Danadich. Still with it. Now goes back. Switches across. Anderson into the middle of the park to Iradukunda. Now Akbari turns, tries to get past one, goes edge of the 18-yard box, takes a shot, and it's just wide of the Zebras goal.
It's a nice shot.
Shot of the game, isn't it, Joe, for the victory?
Yeah, first shot.
Zebras goal.
Didn't draw a save from Jack Westerstulti. I think Jack must have thought he had it covered because he didn't outstretch his arms. He just watched the ball go past. But nonetheless, a sighter there for Akbari. Very dangerous, skilled youngsters. Zebras will need to be awake all game long.
Definitely, Joe, definitely. As Stuti now takes the throw in, takes a goal kick. Sorry, finds Preen. Look how much space Preen's actually got in this half there. Timmins running behind him. Now still with it. Now finds it to Timmins. Timmins takes a touch. Now goes to cross, slips in his feet when he goes to cross it there, and ball trickles out over the line. A few players losing their footing out there at the moment, Joe.
Not quite sure why. Wouldn't say it's overly heavy. The ground looks quite slick, so Goran goes down. Nothing doing, says the ref.
Still keeps possession though.
Yeah, Goran looks up, but the big man doesn't get too many free kicks. Imposing, statuesque figure he is.
Ball gets
he gets the ball now.
Space. Now going into, goes across, comes off a defender.
Earns the corner.
It's off Anderson there for the victory, and it goes out for the Zebras corner. Moving his way across there to take this corner for the Zebras.
Stands over it.
Signals.
Barfarosh goes short. Goes over him. Nice ball. The keeper comes out. Oh, he's dropped it. He dropped it. Play on, says the referee, and Victory are away. Well, there's a runner. No, ball's too long. Simioi.
Oh, he waited there, but studs were up, and it's going to be a Zebras free kick. Number 8 there, the Melbourne Victory player, Birkin Kadar, who went in with the studs up challenge there. No referee, no yellow card, just a talking to from the referee, just explaining to him that the can't be doing those sort of tackles, and Zebras will take the free kick. Simioi back on his feet.
Zebras might be heartened by that. The youngster goalkeeper grabbed at the ball, but just slipped out of his hand. So there's a bit of reasoning there for doing the same thing again. Gorin brings it back. Devitt looks wide. Preen on his own again. Can he get the ball over this time? Beats him once and comes back looking for a player. Timmins there. Ooh, almost sold him short, but gets his ball across over the top of Barfarosh it goes. And no, it'll be a Victory throw in, and they take it quickly.
Very quickly now. Down the path, Simioi again on the end of it. Brilliantly done there by the Zebras. Right back, all the way back to Wester Stutu, goes over the top. Looking for Simioi, he gets a flick on, trying to find Canal.
Wasn't the best of balls by Jack Wester Stutu, and he knows it. Put Simioi under pressure.
Victory now with possession. Anderson. On the ball, Anderson now takes a couple of touches. Goes back to his captain in Carrigan. Carrigan now switches out wide. Back to Carrigan. And back to Anderson. Anderson, middle of the park. Still with it, Kadar. Kadar with it. Looking to turn. Near Gorin there, putting the pressure. Ball sitting back again. No options on. Down the park for Victory. Zebras doing well. Man marking.
Man marking and zonal marking as well to cut out those pockets that Victory players like to run in to balls at their feet.
So Moreland Zebras have got every player ball, Joe. So defending impacts. Now goes wide. A little bit of space now for Victory. Edge of the 18-yard box. Simioi there to cover. Now
well, there's a bit of gap for Akbari.
He's got it.
Not the place you want to have him.
And the ball goes out.
Well tackled by technology. Sometimes can not be your friend. So bear with us as Moreland Zebras in possession here. Liam Cannell looks out wide, outside of his boot. Finds Nicky Simioi in a bit of space. The full back needs to beat one and does so. Lovely ball across to no one. Goes past Barfarosh.
Still possession, Barfarosh.
Looking to lay off.
Goes the switch. Brilliantly done across the ground. Finds Timmins now. Timmins into a bit of place. Preen with the ball now.
There, Gorin wasn't making the run. Garen Preen decided to go on his own on the left. The first touch was a little bit too strong and he overran it. Victory trying to get out of the same corner. Zebras not making it easy for near Gorin. This time they get out. Out towards the middle. Like to play out, do the youngsters. This time they find some space through the middle. Palazzolo goes out wide to say